name is David Genalovic. I'm originally from Colombia, but had the opportunity to go to school in Yeshiva University in New York. Then I moved to China. I lived in China for a little bit, and then I moved to Israel, where I live and we are right now. I'm an entrepreneur myself. I organize business trips to China. I have a journalism startup with a few partners called Press Sources. Now we started to bring coffee into Israel, Colombian coffee into Israel. And because of my work, because I got to travel a lot in my life, I realized that there are a lot of very, very interesting people around the world with really interesting ideas and really interesting stories. And I said to myself, why not create a vlog and let people know about these amazing ideas and about these amazing people, so that you also can get inspired as I do when I hear these amazing stories. So here I am with Joseph Castillo from Guatemala. He's amazing. He was actually in our program in China in Golden Leaves a few years ago. That's how I got to meet him. And by that time he was a DJ, a music producer, a few thousand views on YouTube, a few thousand views on SoundCloud, and he also produced videos. He was only 19 back then, I think, 18, 19, and he produced amazing videos. He actually had an internship with a company in China, and he got to produce their video, the promotional video, and he taught himself all of those things, and now he also creates website. If you get to Summer Golden Leaves, our website for the China program, he was the one that created it. So it's amazing, and at his short age, without even going to college, he taught himself how to do all these things. He also knows German, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He lived a little bit in Germany. So, and tell us a little bit about yourself, Joseph. What is it that you do? You have a film studio. You also are a DJ, music producer. You also have now you're working. What are you doing right now?
I'm currently studying at a yeshiva. Well, I'm working also doing graphics for TV.
Wow.
I'm basically also own a company that creates media, websites, videos, and almost anything you need to be on the social media.
And how do the people get to know you, your videos,
you can go at nevadastudios.com. You can see most of my work is in there. Yeah.
Alright, so tell me, what were you living before you came to Israel?
I was living in Guatemala.
What were you doing in Guatemala?
I was working, doing websites. I was freelancing, also working for a company for a time. But after a while, I wanted to come to Israel to learn more about Judaism.
That's very cool, very inspiring. And you lived also a little bit in Germany, you said?
Yeah, that was before Guatemala. I was learning German, planning to go to college, but in the end I preferred coming here. And I'm planning to go to college in here too.
So there are people that go to college for 4 years to learn how to program, or they go to college 4 years to learn how to make a video, or to produce a video, to edit a video, 4 years to become a music producer, and you became the 3 of these by teaching yourself by the age of 18. How did you do that? How did you learn how to program by yourself?
Well, basically you can learn it. We're in the modern age when you can learn almost anything in the internet, and you can find tutorials of almost anything. It's just more about, like, I didn't do it in the way that I wanted to get a job or anything. I was more curious, and I was like watching my YouTube feed, and I was like, oh, this is like a tutorial for programming, and then I started watching, and an idea came to my mind, like, let's try to do it. And then I was like learning. It's almost the same story with almost all the things I've learned.
You just got curious instead of wasting your time watching TV?
Yeah,
or anything else?
I don't watch TV at all. Sometimes I watch Netflix, but it's pretty not. Like, I use YouTube as my.
So your free time you use it to learn something new?
Kind of, yeah.
Does that entertain you? It makes you...
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
If you have free time, you want to do something fun, what do? You get to YouTube and try to learn something?
No, if I want to do something fun, I would say, like, I like more like going out and like traveling and going into nature. But like my free time, when I'm bored in my just before going to sleep, or when I don't have anything to do, I just go to YouTube and start like learning stuff in general.
You said something, we spoke about it before a little bit, that I find fascinating. How is it that you're doing logos and media for the news channel? Are you working for a company in Hong Kong?
Yeah. Right now I'm doing all the graphics for a Hong Kong TV station. It's not logos. All the graphic material they send it to us. But what I do is make it. I make basically like the system for them to they write whatever news and it's automatically like you can. They have like the certain times and it automatically like it. I don't know. It's a little bit complicated to explain, but basically if you see every news, they have like this banner and you have like the logo rotating and you have like some news flashing in and like all these graphics. They somehow work together. They never like one goes on top of the other. So you have to make them work together in a way that they don't collapse with each other. And that if let's say I read a long sentence, that the long sentence doesn't go over the banner on the side. And if you want to put like a live video feed on the bottom, you have to make it like it's more like logic more than actually graphics.
But you need graphics, you need that little bit of designing also?
Yeah, you need to know for sure. Like you need to know how to design because first of all, sometimes they send you everything uncentered and it doesn't look nice, and you have to look everything nice, and you also need to know animation like fade in, fade out, and it's more complex than fade in, fade out. But like you have to make everything look like natural. And you also need a lot of programming because a lot of things you have to do with logic. It's not the program is not like it has a lot of things that already done, but sometimes you have to put more into it, and that's when you need to know a little bit of programming.
And you do it once for the company, and then the company keeps using it.
Yeah.
They just operate whatever forever.
Forever, yeah. Well,
Until
they change the media, the way they look. Yeah.
Very interesting. And what's next? What do you want to do now?
I want to learn. First, I want to learn Hebrew because I'm in Israel. But in general, I'm trying to learn more about the mystical side of Judaism and trying to understand more the spiritual side and not that much the intellectual side, because already the first months I was trying to look into the intellectual side.
That's very interesting. Alright, so one last thing that I would like to ask everyone. People sometimes are scared. When I was in Yeshiva University, we realized that you can start something with just like one thing and working a little really hard. You know, you get to know I think you are the perfect explanation for that. You are a person that didn't even go to college yet. Maybe you're gonna go in the future. You didn't even go to college yet, but you wanted to do something and you started to learn it yourself in order to have fun in the beginning, and then you started doing it. So what do you recommend to people to get inspired? For someone that has an idea, instead of saying it's impossible, I'm never gonna make it, instead of going out and doing it, what would you recommend? What are your recommendations in 1 minute? What would you recommend to the people around the world? Because a lot of people think that they're watching these videos usually. So what do you recommend for the people to?
I would recommend basically to try it out, and if it doesn't work, try to find a way to make it work. Like for example, if you want to start a company, just start trying and do it. And for example, if you need a website, just learn how to do the website, or try to find somebody to make the website for you, and try to make it work instead of try to jump the obstacles or avoid them, and just keep going.
Alright, perfect. So you had it from him, guy from Guatemala, came to Israel, went to China, went to Germany, now he's in Israel again, went to Guatemala again, now he's in Israel again. He wants to grow as a person, he wants to grow as a professional, and he wants to just be happy and have a better life every time, getting better and better. I think it's an inspiration for everyone. At a very young age, he realized that instead of wasting the time, we have a lot to learn. Now we're in the media time, in a time where we can go to the internet, YouTube, or anything. You have free courses, you have courses that you have to pay, but in general you have everything out there for you to use it. So I think Joseph is a perfect example of someone that wanted something and went for it. So I hope that it works as an inspiration for you guys, for you that are watching, that you also get out there and start something. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.